say a few words. Today, please know it's not a very formal event. We would like to keep it semi-formal. We want to hear you smiling. We want to hear from you. Let me call one or two, three person to speak to quickly greet us. Mr. Koda, how are you, Mr. Prince? You're muted.
I'm good. I'm good. Good afternoon. How are you?
I am very well. I am very well. It's good to see you again. Huh?
Yeah, same here. Same here.
From the last time I met you, I can see your beard has grown a little bit longer and has gone a little bit more gray.
It is more gray, yeah. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon from wherever you are joining with us. And I hope it will be a great webinar. Dr. Haider sir is here. He will be hosting the event. He's going to talk about Balkan business opportunities, and as well as Mr. Abhishek. You are always there, and you are the great host, as usual.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the kind words. I really want to hear from this gentleman who's looking very fine. I'm actually hoping I should have matched him with a white shirt and a pink tie. How are you, Mr. Vladimir?
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. Next Medin, he's my friend. He lives in UK, and he's originally from Kosovo.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Good to meet you, Mr. Nemadin.
Thank you very much. Thank you indeed.
Okay, I look forward to hear a lot from you about Kosovo, because today is about your country, your area.
I can't hear you properly. I don't know what is going on, but I can't hear you properly.
Okay, maybe you can try to see the volume or something. Mr. Prince, you can hear me right.
I don't know what's going on, but something is not right because I can't hear you properly.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. While maybe our technician can help you, Mr. Sharafat, if you can just chat privately with Mr. Nemidin and see how we can help him. Okay, I think we can, before we start, I can see a lot of other people joining, but that's fine. Let's officially start. Welcome to our monthly webinar, a webinar that has been designed for you to connect you with other businesses, to connect you to the current economic opportunities that the world is offering at this point in time and in this season. As we start, I want to remind you what Sun Tzu said. If you read the book of The Art of War, arguably one of the best strategists in the world, he says, plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. The most difficult things in the world must be done while they are still easy. The greatest things in the world must be done while they are still small. So no matter where you are in the journey of life today, I want to remind you, keep planning and keep doing great things, no matter how small it seems, because the greatest leaders starts always small. So let me officially say welcome, and let me also invite Dr. Haider Uzzaman, our president and chairman of Business Summit. Dr. Haider, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah. I am very well, thank you. I am very well. What time is it right now by you?
Well, that's $1 million question. Where I am in the global village. You know, to me, the world is like this. It's a global village. Yesterday, I was somewhere, a few days back. Last week, I was somewhere else. I was in the east coast of Atlantic, in Lisbon, in Portugal. Then we fly down to Dubai. Then we flew down to Singapore. And then right now in Kuala Lumpur, the most beautiful city in Southeast Asia, we mix all the time. So right now here is 10 p.m. In the evening, local time. And it's a fantastic weather. And it's a great time here.
That's great to hear, Dr. Haider. We look forward to be hearing from you today about the Balkans region. I know also you've been traveling there quite a lot from your social media and from our personal chat. I look forward to hear your years of experience. We look forward to hear about the opportunities that are currently available from that region.
Thank you very much. Yes, of course. One good thing about me, I'm a very positive man, as you have seen so many years now. That the moment I open my eyes, I see plenty of opportunities. Many people, they open the eyes, they don't see the opportunities. This is the difference. The way you look for opportunities and the way you don't want to look for opportunities, this is the difference, the mindset here. You think, when you think positive, when you think that there is, you want to do things, there are opportunities. Like I have been to more than 147 countries around the world, all the continents. And I have been traveling to Europe for last 40 years. But in the middle, in the Balkans, I've never been to Balkans until 2013. When I was always flying by Turkish Airlines flight from Istanbul to Baltic, mostly in Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. I was always overflying, and I could see in the screen, the bottom after takeoff, we were always passing Greece, Bulgaria, and the right, and then Macedonia, Montenegro, and all those. The route en route, countries were like this, Croatia and all those. But I never been to. I've been to Slovenia. I've been to up to Slovenia, but I never been to any of these Balkan countries. I would say until 2013. And then one day I decided that, okay, I should be traveling to Montenegro. So while I was coming back from Baltic, I changed my travel plan and went to Montenegro first time without knowing anything. And I discovered this country and I liked it so much. The seaside of Montenegro is really awesome, beautiful. Tivat, Budva, Kotor. Oh my God, amazing. I'm sure our friends from that region will be able to, support me what I'm talking about. Then I went to Albania, another paradise on earth. But see, the media has been talking all negative about Albania, but it's one of the most beautiful country on earth and most potential on as well. Then I went to Kosovo, Serbia, Macedonia. These are all, regional countries, but very strategically located, very, very strategically located in between Europe, main Europe, Western Europe and Eastern Europe. It is in the between. And they are not yet European Union, some of them. They're not yet Schengen, but they're inside Europe. And European Union and Schengen, they both are working closely, and NATO as well, to take them into their forte. And they're working to develop all these countries. And this is the time that somebody can do business. And I did good business, in fact, in 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, until the COVID, we were doing very good. We were doing very good business. Then during COVID, everything slowed down, shut down, and then we went, silent almost. And recently what happened, there was a big program of Portugal and Kosovo Forum. The two governments organized that, and they were kind enough. The government of Kosovo invited me as the guest of honor, and I had the pleasure to visit Kosovo as the guest of Kosovo government, and discovered a lot of friends, a lot of partners there. And we signed multiple MOUs and agreements. And I saw a bunch of opportunities available. And that's how I went back again within 3 weeks. That's amazing and surprising that even before a month, I made my second trip to Balkans, and I met in Albania my good friend, the former Deputy Prime Minister and an economist, Senida Messi, in Albania. And we discussed business. And in Kosovo and Macedonia, I made a number of friends and partners and discovered something very, very interesting that Professor Yunus, who has just been sworn in as the chief of the caretaker government, has been operating in Balkans for last 20 over years. And I didn't know about this. Only the Kosovo ambassador to Bangladesh, he mentioned and he introduced me to the CEO of the Grameen Bank in Kosovo. I was surprised. I was really surprised. So this is how I would say that all these countries are very potential, and there are enormous opportunities for business. And I thought that we should introduce our friends, those who are looking for opportunities for investment and business expansion. This is a market that is a growing market. You can always pop in. It's a very strategic place. They have agreements with the Western Europe, Northern Europe, with the European Union, that their goods can enter duty-free. So anyone want to set up a factory or a base can export easily. Labor force available, and they are still cheaper, I would say, comparing to many other countries. You can get they're like in Montenegro, the minimum wages is 250 euros. It's very cheap. You can see that. You cannot get even with 250, 300 euros, you cannot get anybody anywhere in the world these days. It's very difficult, but you can get good workforce. It's just an example. So Kosovo is 400, I guess, 300 something. So similar, minimum wages everywhere. So you can get still the cheap labor workers, and they're very smart and intelligent. With this, I would like to present the Balkans in a very different way today. We have a PowerPoint presentation, so my colleagues will be showing you this PowerPoint presentation, and we'll be talking about this, and then we'll go for Q&A, question and answer. With our knowledge, we will be able to guide you, we'll be able to assist you and handheld you towards your journey into Balkans. Whether you want to invest, or you want investors, or you want to do B2B, business to business, you want to export, you want to import, you want to do agriculture, these are all available. You want to set up your technology company in one of the Balkan countries, and then, expand and operate in Western Europe, you can do that. So these are the opportunities available in Balkans. We will be, introducing more and more options and opportunities. Let's go ahead with that. How do you say?
Definitely, Dr. Haider.
Okay, great. Let's proceed on. Show the presentation. Here is Albania. We are pleased to present you Albania. See how beautiful it is. I wish I could show you all the photos I took during my journey from Tirana, the Albanian capital city, to Pristina, Kosovo capital city. Last month on the 10th of exactly the same day, I was traveling from Tirana to Pristina on 10th of July, 30 days ago. And it was amazing journey. We stopped in the middle, had a lunch, and it was a fantastic trip. Well, Kosovo and the Albania is in the Adriatic Sea. Just opposite of Albania, if you look at the Albanian map, you will see other side of the sea is Italy. Italy is their closest, I would say, the neighbor in the other side of the sea. And they have daily ferry services to go to Italy and come back from there. It's very, very, and then by airplane, it takes only 15, 20 minutes to the closest city of Italy. It's called Bar. Well, the country is 28,748 square kilometer. Population is 3+ million, and real-time GDP is close to $50 billion, 2023 estimate. And GDP per capita is $18,100. You can just imagine. Exports 9.1 billion, import $10 billion. And I think these are the facts about Albania. And it's a tourist-oriented country. If you want to expand your tourism business, this is one of the destinations. You can go and open up a chain coffee shop. You can open up hotels, resorts, and you can have a DMC, destination management company. You can invest. They have infrastructure project. They're interested in attracting investor in infrastructure, ports, and transportation, and so on. They have tremendous interest on education. They are attracting foreign students to come and study in Albania. The universities are world class, but the cost is much lower than what you spend in Germany or anywhere in Western Europe. Is less than 50%. And their universities are fantastic. So the country is open for investment and business. Anyone interested, we'll definitely introduce you to the right people in Albania. Next. The second country, Bosnia and Herzegovina. This is also a little bit in the northwestern side. One of the former Yugoslavian country and very young state that is growing very fast as well. It's the total area is 51,197 square kilometer. Population is pretty large comparing to what Albania has. Is about 4 million, and GDP size is 63.7 billion. And GDP per capita is 19,900 US dollar. Export is almost 12 billion. Import is 15.3 billion. So this is Bosnia, and you might be knowing that Bosnia is growing very, very fast, and they're all on a race to join the European Union and Schengen. So they have been, introducing a lot of good governance and attracting a lot of foreign investment in different sectors to qualify to be in European Union. So this is the right time for someone to go and set up business and start from there. Whatever business you want to do, you can see that competitive advantage in manufacturing and automotive industries, emerging IT sector and skilled workforce, rich cultural heritage fueling tourism growth. I could see in Bosnia a lot of Middle Eastern company going and setting up companies like constructions, real estate, and infrastructure, and so on. And there is a lot of opportunities in these sectors, even in services, banking, finance, insurance, leasing, all these sectors are open. Next. Well, Bulgaria is a paradise on earth, I must tell you. This is a fantastic country. I love Bulgaria. I wish I could be settling down in Bulgaria sometime. It's a fantastic country, one of the most beautiful country on earth, I would say. It's just at the beginning of Europe, and they are European Union member. And recently they also joined Schengen. So it's a full European Union and Schengen country. Bulgaria is very famous for its agriculture, a lot of agriculture activities. I really love this country. People are so friendly. Everything is cheaper. The cheapest country in Europe, in fact, one of the cheapest European Union member country, that you can live even with 200 euros a month for your food and lodging. The accommodation is also very cheap in Bulgaria. And there are a lot of potential of agriculture. I wish I was in Bulgaria when I was 20, 25 or 30 years. I visited Bulgaria when I was much older. So I don't think I'll be able to do so many things in so many places, but I'll be very glad to see some of my friends going to Bulgaria and setting up business, I tell you. And we have very strong partners and collaboration in Bulgaria. The government is very open and systems are very smooth. And, labor are still cheaper. People are very work-oriented, and it's very convenient to travel from Turkey, from Istanbul. It's only 30 minutes, 40 minutes flight. You can easily travel around. And from there to the Western Europe is 3 to 4 hours anywhere in Europe. Up to London, it's 4 hours and so on. So it's a very strategic, location. It's in between Europe and Asia, I would say. So, the Western Asia, Central Asia, it's just the gateway. It's a fantastic and beautiful country, a small country, but it's 110,000 square kilometer. Population is quite a large population. You can see about 7 million, and the real-time GDP is 214 billion. GDP per capita is 33,300 US dollar. Export is 62 billion. Imports is 58.79 billion. It's a massive, big economy, I would say. Comparing to others, Bulgaria is a bigger economy. So you can look forward to do some business, and investment also in agriculture is one of their biggest export is agriculture, and they're doing very well. And you can think about this country. Next. The paradise on earth, real-time paradise. Those who watch Hindi movies, you can see Croatia. You cannot miss Croatia. Those who of you are Shah Rukh Khan's fan, you will know that many of his films were shooted in Croatia. It's a beautiful, beautiful country, European Union member, Schengen, and growing very, very fast. As you can see, tourism is the #1 economy. Tourism is really #1 economy, and technology. They're also doing a lot of research and in medical technology and medicines. So anyone having business in that line can think about this country as well. The country size is 20,000 square kilometer, very small though, but it's a fantastic country. Population little more than 2 million. Real-time GDP is 102 billion. Real-time GDP per capita is 48,100 US dollar. So it's a very, very strong economy. Export is 57 billion. Import is 52 billion. So this is, you see, they are exporting more, importing less. So they have quite a good balance in between exports and import. So this is Croatia, and don't miss Croatia. Go there and travel and see how beautiful the country is. You will not be regretting ever. Next. Greece. That's also, the history came from Greece, the country of Alexander the Great, and a re-emerging economic force. And the country is just on the Adriatic Sea and Mediterranean, and one of the most beautiful country in the world. I would say not very far from the Middle East and from Western Europe, and from Africa as well. I see a lot of African friends in Greece. It's a fantastic place. The country size is pretty big, 131,000 square kilometer. Population is 10 million, pretty big population. GDP size is 375.78 billion. Real-time per capita is 36,300 US dollar. Export is 106 billion and import is 17 billion. So their economy is based on import. They import more than export because they are tourist-oriented country. So there is those who want to export, you can look at Greece. You want to export garments, textiles, anything else, this is the country you should look at. So those who are interested in this, please look at Greece and talk to us, and we will guide you towards setting up your business in Greece. Next. Now Kosovo, the small, tiny, beautiful country next to, it's a landlocked country, but very close to Albania. I mean, bordering with Albania, and in one side is Serbia, who has not recognized Kosovo yet, but Kosovo is an independent country and good economy, a small country, having neighbors like North Macedonia, and in the other side, Albania. They use the port of Albania. It's a very small, beautiful, tiny country, 10,887 square kilometer. Population is little less than 2 million. And GDP size is 23.7 billion. GDP per capita is 13,500 US dollar. Export is 4.15 billion. Import is 7.3 billion. Here is a catch. Like our friend Professor Salahuddin is in insurance business. I'm sure this combined economy size of 11 billion around in a smaller place, if they are importing and exporting $11 billion worth of things, they need to do the insurance, and for every single shipments. So they will do marine insurance. They have thousands of cars. They need to do insurance. They have assets that needs insurance. I'm just telling you about the export and import. So that's an interesting area in Kosovo that you can look at. Exporting things. See the imbalance situation. They're exporting $4 billion worth of goods. They're importing almost double the amount. So they're spending about $4 billion excess in addition to their import. So this is a small market, but again, it's not too small either. So you need to look at that. Their import is quite huge, and you need to go into details where we can help you finding the details. What are the items? What are the major items they're importing from all around the world? So anyone interested in Kosovo, we have just opened our own office in Kosovo, and we have our setup in Kosovo. Anybody want to have a business opportunities in the Balkans, we will be using our office in Kosovo, and we can help you in a bigger scale. Next. Here is Montenegro, the country I love so much. The country, first one that I discovered among the Balkans. It's a very small country, but a small population as well. But it's a fantastic tourist destination. They have over 1.5 million tourists every year, and who are high-end tourists. They receive about 1,200 plus private jets every year that are flying down. Even world famous Madonna, she lives in Tivat sometime during summer, and like those kind of Abramovics and all those, they're big guys. They all have assets and properties in Montenegro. It's a fantastic, beautiful place. Small country, as I said, less than 600,000 population. Real GDP size is 17 billion. Per capita is $27,800. Export is 3.7 billion. Imports is 5.1 billion. So it's a small economy, but there are some opportunities. There's some good companies that are exporting their items. They have military items that they inherited from Yugoslavia, former Yugoslavia, and they have very good wine. Those who are interested in doing wine business, importing wines in cheaper price, one of the best quality wines available in Montenegro. So you are most welcome to visit Montenegro and try your luck. Next. North Macedonia, beautiful, another beautiful piece of country. I must tell you, the food I enjoyed in Balkans, it's nowhere in the world available. It's really, really great food. The best possible cheese, best possible bread are there, basically. Bakeries, oh, fantastic. And it's very cheap. A cup of coffee is still €0.50, where you will get a best possible cup of coffee with 50 cents, euro cents. Nowhere in the world. Even in Africa, I would say our friend Queen can justify. Even in Lagos, if you want to have a coffee, I think it's nothing less than $2, $3. Am I right or wrong?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It's
I
even
live
more.
in Nigeria. I know.
Yeah, so that's a country where you can really live and work and do business and travel around and so on. The country size is 25,713 square kilometer, population little more than 2 million, GDP 42 billion, per capita 23,400, export 10 billion, imports 12.7 billion. I mean, 10.7 is export, and 12.7 is import. So there is opportunities also export here. You can see that. Those who are interested in exporting items, you can look at this country as well, North Macedonia. Fantastic place. I really love this. I'm sure Mr. Prince will be talking more about the North Macedonia because he had been there, and our other friends. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. Once Mr. Prince will be talking about his initiatives, and also our friend Kaniz. She visited Kosovo very recently, and she will be able to justify what I'm talking about. Next. You see, we went up to Romania. You know, that's the last part of Balkans, in fact. Romania is a little bit outskirts of Balkan, but it's still, we can say it is part of Balkans, a powerhouse of potential, robust growth in IT, automotive, and energy sectors, competitive labor market with a skilled workforce, a strategic location with access to European and global markets. Area 238,000 square kilometer, quite a big country, massive. Population 18 million, real-time GDP 772 billion. GDP per capita is 40,500. Export is 137 billion. It's a massive economy. Import is 154. Again, there is a big size import as well. So it's a massive, big economy, I would say. So look at this country, Romania, and it's growing like anything because the government right now in power, they're very, very liberal. Like we are setting up an airline in Romania right now for one of our clients in Western Europe because they are having problems in setting up an airline in their own country in Portugal, and they're coming to Romania. We're bringing them to Romania to do it faster because they're more aggressive. They want to do things faster, complying things. But whereas the western side of Europe, southwestern side of Europe, they're very slow, little bit slow and so on. So they want to do things like this. And Romania is very, very aggressive and positive and welcoming. So this is also a big market, gateway. You can look at Romania. The economy size is pretty huge, I would say. Export and import itself is close to $400 billion. Well, next, it's Serbia. Wow, this is the leader in those areas. In fact, big country. The size is small, not too big, but their strength is big, I would say. Area is 77,474 square kilometer. Population 6.6 million. Real-time GDP is 162 billion. GDP per capita 23,400. Export 10 billion, 10.7. Import 12.7 billion. So this is a country where you can do agriculture. It's a gateway. It's a gateway to many countries. Next door is Hungary, and this country is a little bit captive. But again, if you want to do business, if somebody is interested in agriculture, it's the kingdom of agriculture. A lot of Middle Eastern investment is there. Also, you can import their things as well. They produce a lot of good food, you know, the poultry, the milk products, and fruits. Oh my God, everything is so cheap, cheap, cheap. You cannot imagine. It's a Belgrade. It's a wonderful city. I really enjoy every time I go back to Belgrade. It's really great. It's fantastic. So anyone interested to set up business in Serbia, it's a fantastic place. We have our strong base and partners in Serbia as well. I look forward to work together in Serbia. Next. Slovenia, small country, but very powerful technology. I have a partner, and the company that I helped, first client of mine that invested in Africa, and I found them a partner, an investor in 2017 from Kuala Lumpur. That was from, originally the owners are from Slovenia. The telecom technology is from Slovenia. The company name is K3 Telecom. That's a fantastic technology that they're helping. They say cable in the air, meaning they transfer the internet up to 1,600 megabytes per second by air. You know, they don't need to develop this infrastructure and cabling and all those, digging out the roads and all those. They don't need to do that. They can transfer these. They can transform these datas together with 300 over TV channels, telephone lines, three things together. So they are providing the services right now in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and some other countries. So this is a technology haven. Anyone interested in terms of technology business and logistics, this is one of the gateway country towards the Western Europe. So it's a beautiful place to set up, but very cold, I would say, because whenever I went to Slovenia, it was most of the time it was winter. I never visited this country during summer. The area is 20,000 square kilometer, population 2 million, little more than 2 million. GDP is 102 billion. Real-time per capita is 48,100. You can see the country is really developed, really developed. Export is 57, import is 52. You can see they have $5 billion of money saved from their exports. They export more and import less. So that's something Slovenia is doing, and most of their export is technology. Then they don't produce most of the things. But this is a fantastic country. If you want to do any technology business, they have fantastic technology that they want to export and they want to partner with. So let me know that they also have a company which does the bank, banknotes printing, document like passport, national ID, voter ID, and all those. Even the voting, what do you call these? These voting system they have. These are the companies that are there in Slovenia. They're competing with German companies and others. So the cost wise they're lesser. So that's how you can see the export is higher. So if anyone is interested in Slovenia, let me know. We have very strong partners and proven clients that are friends for a long time that I brought investment for them. We brought investment for them, and they are still our clients, and we are helping them growing. And their next destination will be Ethiopia and DRC Congo. These are the two countries that will be expanding next year in 2025. And we are raising some funds for them, this company. So anything you want to do in Slovenia, you are most welcome. Next. Great. Okay. I think Turkey, I don't need to talk much. It's a massive, big country and massive, big economy and gateway to Europe and Asia. That's the last country in Europe, and one part of the country is in Europe, in one part of the country is in Asia. So you know about Turkey very well, but this is also part of Balkan. It's a small part of the country is inside Balkan. That's why we thought of adding the country into Balkan. So area is massive, big. You can see 783,000 square kilometer, big country. Population is 84 million. Real-time GDP is 2.93 trillion. It's a big, massive, big economy. Real-time GDP per capita is 34,400. Export is 350 billion, 350.5. Import is 386 billion. So still there are a scope for export. You can see the textile, garments, ceramics, and other things. But Turkey is also industrially developed country, and their agriculture product is famous, real-time famous everywhere. If you go to Turkey and eat the food, last month I was in Istanbul while going to Kosovo and Albania. And the food was, I enjoy in the lounge. It's fantastic, the best possible lounge and best possible food. And it's a massive, big market. We have very strong partners there as well, and presence in Turkey. Anyone interested to do business in Turkey? There are some difficulties, with all due respect on our friends from Turkey, if there is any. But there are definitely little difficulties to do business. You need to find the real-time good partners. That's why we are here. That's why me and my team is here to get you the real-time good partners so that you are not cheated, so that you don't lose your money and you are not beaten up. So with this is Turkey. I think we have more countries, or this is the last?
I think that's the last one, Shrafat. That's the last one, right?
Yes, last one.
Yes.
Great. It's the last one.
Okay, next. So this is all about Balkans. I try to give you a picture on Balkan, how you can do business and so on, that we need to come up with. Now we will open the floor for Q&A, question and answers, because I wanted to tell you all about Balkans, about all the countries, and then you come up with the questions once for all. So right now, you can feel free to ask question. Go ahead and ask questions if you have any. Hello.
Firstly, I must say, Dr. Haider, thank you for this. While you're talking, it just reminded me that there's the difference between information and data, because what we did today, it really, I really thought about it. It's a different interpretation. It's almost like information out there on the internet, but when you get it from a perspective of a person who has been in those countries, then it's a different point of view. Because most often we just grab the data that's available on the internet and we just consume it, and there's so much to consume. And but when it comes to interpretation and when it comes to presentation and interpretation of data, then the information available is different. So thank you. I myself, while you're talking, I said, wow, maybe I should look forward to actually retire somewhere in a small village in Europe, out of the technology world. So thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for all the information. And I think I would really want, and I don't know if there's any question, but I've seen a lot of noise on social media from Mr. Koda about the Balkans and Bangladesh relation that you've been building. I think you would be the right person to speak next after such a great presentation.
Thank you, thank you. But I would like to, first of all, I would like to introduce my two friend who is from Kosovo. Mr. Rahim, if you can hear me, kindly please introduce yourself. Mr. Rahim Reksha from Kosovo.
What is his name?
Yeah, I will hear you. Yeah, thank
Yes,
you so much.
Please introduce yourself. Thank you.
My name is Rahim Reksa. I'm from Kosovo. I have the good relationship with Mr. Koda. Mr. Koda is visit too many times Kosovo, and we try to explore all the tradition and all the possibilities for the future to have the good cooperation with everyone who is interested to the trade and to make business in Kosovo. I'm very thankful to the Mr. Koda because he's doing very hard work and very well work with us together to make life easy for the business things. Thank you so much, Mr. Hoda, and see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I would like to introduce one more gentleman from Kosovo, Mr. Nehmedin. Can you please introduce yourself? Thank you. I can't hear you. Can you please unmute?
That's a $1 million instruction that everyone does on Zoom. Please unmute.
No, Mr. Nehmedin, he is driving. Still, he is joining.
Yes, he's talking, but he's not unmuted.
We can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Thank you for inviting me. I am Nesmettin Ibishi. I live in London. I am one of the parts of the masjid in London, and I work as an imam for a few years. And I live in Kosovo for all my life. We would like to thank you for inviting us in this group. And we'd like to do a lot of things in Kosovo. For example, to do a buildings or to do the manufacturers for producing some of the stuff, because the people there, they are needed to produce for Kosovo.
Okay, that's amazing. Good to hear, Mr. Nehmedin, please, if I'm not saying the name right. But from your side, Mr. Koda, please, we would like to hear in a few minutes, in a few 2 or 3 minutes, about your new initiative that you have taken.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Abhishek. Okay, I would like to welcome everyone in this webinar. Recently, I formed a Balkan Bangladesh Catalyst of Commerce and Industry, just to develop the business between 12 Balkan countries and also with Bangladesh and United Kingdom. So Balkan has been deprived for a very long period of time. So there was no business between Bangladesh and the Balkan countries. Business trade is very, very low. last 2 years, I have traveled to Balkan countries, all these 12 countries, multiple times, many times. And even after 1 week, I'll be traveling to Serbia again. So I have found there is a big market gap. And any part of the world, if they would like to do any kind of business, I can mention, as Mr. Dr. Haider said, I mean, he's my mentor. I respect him like anything. So when he already explained, actually, I don't keep anything to explain much about Balkan. But though I would like to point some business points, real estate, ready-made garments, pharmaceuticals, foods, IT industry. There is a big demand of workforce, the human resource, and IT section, then education exchange, as Dr. Haider said previously, that universities, education, international standard, but the tuition fees is very low compared to the other European countries. And out of these 12 Balkan countries, 5 of them in Schengen and in the European Union. So the rest 7 countries, there's a big opportunities. Okay, anything you name it, okay, we can make it happen. Since Dr. Haider is there and we are working jointly, so we can make anything happen. As Dr. Haider said, he already opened the company in Kosovo, and we would like to cooperate anyone, any part of the world. So we can just help them to set up their company, to get residence permit, no problem. And me personally right now, closely working with each and every Balkan countries, with the government, with their local chamber of commerce, and everybody, I'm pleased and I'm blessed that everybody is welcoming me, because no one did not take any this kind of initiative to develop the business between these countries. So let's hope for the best. If there is any question, we can help. I mean, any business collaboration opportunities, we are there to help you. So anyone who is participating today, any question, if you have, you can contact Mr. Abhishek or Dr. Haider by email, okay? And you don't have my contact details, but fine. I want to be invisible, but though I'm not invisible. So, I mean, we're ready to help you out. So any more question you can ask me, I'm ready to answer it right now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Professor Salahuddin, you may speak.
Yeah.
Good to see
you. Alhamdulillah, 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 Rabbil Alameen. My brother, my sisters, can I greet you to say Salam Alaikum wa Rahmatullah wa Barakatuh? Yes, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Dr. Haider, I've not seen you for quite a while, but seeing you today makes me very happy because I was so worried about you. But I know you have been traveling here and there. Yes, you have been traveling, and to see you this evening, I think is very good. And let me just congratulate you too, because this business summit has been a very good thing to do. It has connected many people around the globe. Me in particular, the one we did in Portugal, maybe last year, it was excellent, very good. You organized it very well. And I think this is the way to move forward. First and foremost, Dr. Haider, I like your presentation on Balkans because you have been able to touch a lot of places, and my brother has been speaking so much on the business aspect. By the way, let me just introduce myself. My name is Professor Ahmed Salahuddin. I'm talking to you from Dubai at this moment. I really appreciate it. The question is that I want to ask my gentleman. You see, when you talk about investments, Dr. Haider, what is very important, you have spoken so many things, but you have never been able to touch the most important thing. One, what is the immigration policy? Immigration policy for any investor in the globe is very important. You have not been able to say so much on immigration, and at the same time, the ease of doing business in all these countries. Because whatever we are saying, if the immigration policy is not friendly, there is no investor that would like to invest in that particular country. I'm very happy that you have been talking so much about Sophia, another country, but investors are very keen in looking at how easy a business can be conducted in all these areas. I quite agree that at the moment, the population is not too much. We have been hearing so much about Balkans in the early days. I remember maybe when there are challenges of war or some other thing. That's the only time. Myself, I've only been to Bulgaria, Sofia, the capital, when they are communists as at that time. But I think the question of communists has gone. They have now embarked in general business, which makes people to go there. So for me, I think, Dr. Ada, your presentation is good, but you didn't touch the most important thing, which I think an investor want to hear: immigration policy, and at the same time, how easy is it for the investor to do business in that particular country? So I think that is my own question. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you so much for your kind question. Assalamu alaikum. Once again, I hope you are in good health and spirit.
Very well. Alhamdulillah.
I'll call you tomorrow, inshallah, because we just got settled in Kuala Lumpur at the moment, and after traveling so much, and now about the your question to get the visas for the Balkans is still easier than European Union or Schengen. This is something I can tell you, because they're pretty straightforward and much easier than Schengen. The documentations required are much lesser than what the Schengen and the European Union needs. Though it is inside European in Europe, but it's still not Schengen or European Union member states. Some of them, like Serbia, Montenegro, Bosnia, Kosovo, Macedonia, Albania. These are the countries that are not member of European Union or Schengen yet. And they have embassies that can issue visas, and also they can do online visas for some of the countries. And I could see that a lot of our African friends in Kosovo itself, I could see a lot of friends in Albania as well, and in North Macedonia. I see a lot of Africans there. So I'm sure that the visa policy is very easy. To answer your second question, second part of the question, to get the immigration services, like once you are setting up your business or a company, then moment you have set up your company, you are eligible to have a residence permit. And this residence permit takes from, I got my residence permit in Montenegro in 1 day. Same day, the day I opened the company, next day I got my residence permit in 1 day. I went in the morning, got my residence card in the afternoon. That was Montenegro. But in Kosovo, I checked with our lawyer last month, and they said the moment you open the company, they will apply for the residence permit, and that takes maximum 60 days. It is between 15 days to 60 days. So nothing more than 60 days. So this is how it is. It's not very difficult. And they will issue you 2 years residence permit, and then you can renew it for another 3 years. In 5 years, you can apply for citizenship. So those who are looking for migration status and also doing business, not very big business, smaller business. This is what a solution probably Mr. Khuda, myself, and our team, we are working that all these Balkan countries are still cheaper to open up a company, to maintain a company, to set up a business, to start a business, generate revenue. And now I am also very pleased to disclose to you that we have a company that are willing to finance to our clients. If you are setting up a business in 2 countries initially, in Kosovo and in Albania. They have branches into these 2 countries. They can finance you up to 25,000 euro if you are setting up a business. And European Union is giving a grant as well that is ranging between, I think, 5,000 to 50,000 euro you can get as a grant if you are opening up a business in Balkans, especially in this Kosovo or Albania, Macedonia, and all those countries, because European Union want them to be uplifted and upgraded before they integrate them as the member of the EU and Schengen. So they are spending a lot of money. So this is the one of the benefit that we don't know. So our job is to disclose, give you the right information and help you to get the maximum benefits to set up your business, to do your things there, to make money and to, get your business started as soon as possible. This is why we disclose and we give you the price sensitive information that others will not give. So I hope that I could answer your question, Professor. If there is any more question or information that we can discuss one-to-one tomorrow when we have.
Yes, that's fine. Inshallah, I mean, let's discuss tomorrow. There are a lot of other things that we need to say. Not actually for me, but I'm telling you, asking people, for instance, if you are talking of real estate business in Dubai, I can tell, or not even Dubai, let's say UAE, there's a regulatory authority that makes life easier, just to do the business. So I can always say that, and it's a good thing, because the last summit we had in Portugal, we have been able to connect somebody in Portugal that we want to make sure how can we invest in Portugal and how can they invest outside Portugal. That's business. I mean, that summit has assisted so much. We're still on it, but at the same time, it's better. If, for instance, I want to tell somebody to invest in Dubai, the first thing I will tell him, the advantage is that you don't have to pay tax, free of tax. And in Dubai, the life here, there is what is known as discipline. Because without discipline in all countries, you can see what is happening in London, all over the places, you understand? What I'm just trying to say, if we know what is the advantage, investor will be happy to join you in that particular aspect. Maybe tomorrow, like you said, we can discuss so much because we have a lot of things on the ground that you need to follow on when we discuss. So thank you very much, the panelists, and then I appreciate so much.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you. Any more question from some our friends? Mr. Belema.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good day, Mr. Haider. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me? Yeah. I want to ask a question as regards our last discussion, the meeting we had, the summit we had last, I think that should be last month, and we submitted documents for review for investors in terms of the for oil and gas, and some of us are yet to have a report or a response from any or even from you, because I was expecting to hear from you, because you gave me the email address that I submitted the documents to, and also had chat with you on LinkedIn, which you told me that I'm going to hear from you soon. But for some time, I've not been able to get any information as regards the last meeting, because our field is the oil and gas, and we are looking forward to investors that can help us come into the company so that we can be able to buy large quantities of petroleum products, Nigeria and them. So because so long as the world economy is concerned, even if we are having electric vehicles that are coming in, we know that I would say that the majority of the world's economy is being powered by um, what they call it, petroleum products, ones like DPK, Jet A1, like our planes, and so on and so forth. So the demands are still high, and the markets are still open for more investors to come in. So I think we are expecting to see that we gain at least one investor that can come in, or even as much as they can come in, so that we can be able to gain more advantages in Nigeria and other parts of Africa, because in Nigeria the opportunities are much that we have our own, have made our own strategies that we can be able to use and gain mileage ahead of other competitors that are already in the market. So I want to ask finally that how will it be possible for us to get an investor that can come in into Brenner's Global Services here in Nigeria?
Thank you, Mr. Belema. We got your documents, and I appreciate your communications continuously. Thank you so much for that. We are reviewing your document, and we already engaged with a couple of investors, and we got some feedback which are not too encouraging at this point of time. However, we can have a call to understand your projects a little bit more and see where you need immediate attention and what sort of a funding that you are looking for. I would suggest our team to coordinate with Mr. Belema and set up a call for Monday. How is that?
Yeah.
So Lima, please take
That'll be fine.
And arrange a call with Mr. Belema on Monday, sometime in the afternoon, Singapore time, sometime in the morning in Nigeria, and let Miss Queen join the meeting as well to listen what we discuss.
Yeah.
Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Dr.
Thank you
Haider,
very
can
much.
I chip in something?
Yes, Professor.
Now, Dr. Haider, what you have to understand and what Sullivan needs to understand, perception in Nigeria is an issue. Perception of the country, and unfortunately, with what is going on, majority of investors, when you mention Nigeria, their first idea, unfortunately, all what is happening in Nigeria is the issue of that they believe that credibility is not there. So when they say Nigeria, already it is a red flag for investors. This is the problem. They probably even don't look at it at all. But the situation, I'm just trying to say, okay, we are in oil and gas as well. If they have to do their job diligently, they have to make sure they produce information that at the end of the day, investor will be happy to say, yes, this is a different issue altogether. I can tell you from my own experience, fortunately, Dr. Haider had the call to be dealing with people like you in Doha, that's Qatar. I told you again, JTA, like what he's saying, we are connecting JTA with them, and we have gone through a stage of where they are going to produce information, statistics, due diligence, and everything. So what you need to do, because it's from Nigeria, you need to go extra mile to convince the investor to put their money there, because in the first place, they put it on the red flag. I think that is the issue. Sorry to say that, but that is the reality on ground.
Yes, you are right, Professor. You know the reality because you are a global person, so you understand. You have been speaking also with a lot of investors as well, so you do understand. But we will pass through this. We will have to, find out those who are really interested about Nigeria, knowing fully what is on ground and knowing our background, knowing your background, knowing the Nigerians' background, our clients' background in Nigeria and the country's situation. Those who are interested, they are interested. If they are not interested, sorry, forget about them. So probably in many countries, people, if you're talking about Singapore, maybe there will be 90% people interested. But if you're talking about Nigeria, probably 1%, investors are interested, but still there are some interests because you are a wild risk country. People can make a lot of money in Nigeria, which is difficult to be made in other countries. This is the reality. This is the fact. I'm sure about this. So it's not that we will not be able to find out any investor. We'll be able to find out investors, but a lot of sweat and tears to be spent on that. And you are telling the same thing. So we are on the same boat, but we will definitely try our best to get investors for our friends.
Good, thank you.
I'm with high energy with, I believe strongly that we can do a lot of things in Nigeria for sure. Any more question? Anyone want to speak? I think Ms. Kaniz wanted to speak. Is she around or she's gone?
Oh, I don't see her around, Dr. Haider.
Okay.
We can proceed on.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I think there is not many more questions at this point of time. I don't see. If there is a question, please feel free. I saw a lot of communication in the chat, and please help our people out. And what is on the platter? What is on our agenda next?
We have our announcement about our marketplace, which you have asked us to share with our friends and partners, but you may share it if you want.
Sure, definitely. From you. The marketplace is basically Business Summit has a marketplace like Alibaba. You register your own business there, and you get the respective investors or business partners on your own. It's an automated, machine-driven, technology-driven site where you register your company, your business, your even those who are looking for jobs. You can put your CV there that you are looking for consulting position or business, or you want to sell your products, you want to buy things. You can register any commercial items that you want to exchange. So normally to join this marketplace in our website, we have a fees, but we have decided that considering the economic situation, post-COVID, war, and all those, for our friends, those who are here, and those who are not here, for all of you, during next few months until 31st December, we will be making it free, completely free. So that's what our announcement today. So you can join and put all your company's details into the marketplace at no cost for now. Our people will be helping you to register your companies. Like Professor, you can register all your companies over there and get customers automatically, get your clients automatically contacting you and getting business. So marketplace is open for everyone at no cost for next few months. This is a gift from us for you to revitalize your business.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
For the free registration, that's very, very key indeed. Thank you. We appreciate that.
You're welcome. So I look forward to see all our friends, and you also can please help your friends. I think, you know, if you're helping others, God helps you. And that's how we are working. You know, we are not making money from everyone. We make money from 1% of our clients, but we help 99% of our clients here. Why we are helping? Because we want them to be successful, so that one day he comes back and say that we are successful, we want this. And I have given an example like that from one of my clients and mentees in Bangladesh. She's here, Mr. Bafi Farid. So initially, for last 3 years, he has not been able to pay, but now he's making a lot of money and he's able to pay. So that's how it is. You know, we are developing. It's not for money that we do all the time. So yes, we need money, but again, we are not here just to grab money and go and do things like you know, cutthroat ideas that you pay and we do. No, it's not the case. We handheld you. We are little bit different than others. We are definitely different than others, that we handled you, we help you to make money, and then we want something from you. So you make money first. This is our policy. So that's why we decided to give it complimentary to you, so that you register your company and get a client and make some money there. There's nothing wrong with that. So I welcome all of you, and please spread this to your friends, families, and partners, so that they can also get the benefit. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Haider. Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Belema, you have a question?
Yes. Yes, I have a question. My question is concerning the Balkans countries that the president highlighted as regards business doing.
We cannot hear you properly, Mr. Belema.
Okay.
But what I
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, but if it's about the project, I would suggest that we discuss on Monday during the meeting. We have a 90 minutes limit that we want to keep for this webinar. And I think we've reached towards the end of the webinar. Please, since we will be meeting you on Monday, I think we will give you some more personal attention when we meet you, if that's fine with you.
All right, that'll be fine. Thank you.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Belema. And thank you, Dr. Haider, for the announcements. It's exciting. We've worked very hard this been to bring this up. And we are looking forward, like you said, to bring businesses together on one platform. We have worked with countless of projects, but we are here. If you still need our help, you need a concierge service to secure your investment. It does not mean if you register your project, we will not be there. But if you need our help, you need our attention, you need our involvement, we are always here. Please feel free to contact us. With that, I must say we have reached towards the end of our webinar. And before that, I would like to really please ask you, if you have not looked at our previous Investor Summit that we held in person, you have to go onto our YouTube channel, to our website, and see the waves that we have made over the past few years. Meeting online is good, but meeting in person and shaking hand while having a sip of coffee is the best. So we encourage you, we want to see you in Dubai in November 12th and 13th. For the very first time, we are doing 2 events in 1 year. It's a lot, humongous amount of work for us to do this, but due to the demand of what you have asked us, for those who attended in Portugal, this is the reason we are again bringing this event to you, Investor Summit 2024 Part 2, like we can say. So I will see you in Dubai. Please, they're all businessmen here, all industry leaders. We've been announcing it. We want this to be the event of the year happening in Dubai. we are inviting a lot of VVIPs. We are inviting a lot of policymakers, industry leaders, investors, because we wanted that on the day you come and shake hands to secure what you're looking for. We will be having a room where you can meet. We have even our lawyers who will be there to help you secure your MOUs, your agreements that you need. So it's just going to be a day for you to talk about business. No distraction, no phone, no other hobby calling you, but only one thing: success. Because we want dynamic speed for your success. What was supposed to happen the next 10 years, we want to bring it to you in the next few months. And the event is on 12th and the 13th. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me, or you can email us on info@businesssummit.net. And yes, that will be it for our event. And to end this webinar, our next webinar will be in September, on the 14th of September. Oh, I love this picture, Dr. Haider. I can see our team had to use this picture, but awesome. That's great. Lots of history with this picture, but I won't go into that. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It has been a great time to be your host, and it has been a great time to host this event with you. And thank you, Dr. Haider, for always making sure that we meet our friends and partners diligently. Dr. Haider, as we end, would you like to please say the last few words?
Mr. Abhishek, Vladimir wants to say something.
Oh, okay. Please, Mr. Vladimir.
Thank you. Thank you. See you September.
Yes.
Vladimir, thank you very much for joining with all the difficulties you are having. You are a diligent friend and a partner from Ukraine. We really appreciate your contribution and your attention, and also we are looking forward to get you the right solutions for your project. It has been overdue, but with the situation we are on hold. But the moment you are ready, we will be jumping in and helping you out on that. Bear in mind. Thank you so much. I look forward to see you in September. And well, I was born in Bangladesh, and Bangladesh has a very new chapter. The people say that, and I say that Bangladesh has reborn. It has been liberated second time, because we had a dictatorial government in power for the last 16 years, and everything was in a different angle. Now, with the revelation by the student, the government is gone, and there is a new government taken place, headed by the Nobel laureate, Professor Muhammad Yunus. He is the head of the government in the rank and the status of the prime minister. And Bangladesh is a big economy. It's $1 trillion economy, and it's a massive potential country with the GDP growth rate of 7.5% every year, with the population of 200 million, and one of the fastest growing economy on earth. And the country was separated from India in 1947. First, it became Pakistan, and from Pakistan, it became Bangladesh in 1971. And now the country is developing with a faster speed than India and Pakistan. Both countries are behind now. So the country has been growing with a very high speed. So there are huge potential investment opportunities and business opportunities. Bangladesh is #1 in the world for textile production. And you can see a lot of things in IKEA. This company, they have branches globally. Most of their sourced item, you will find it from Bangladesh. So it's a massive, big country, massive, big economy, and it's growing fast and been an interest for the world market. So anything you want to sell, anything you want to buy, any investment to make the money grows very fast there. So we have decided to do the webinar next month based on Bangladesh. We'll be presenting Bangladesh to you next month, and be ready to do business with Bangladesh as the country has just been liberated and opened again. So you be ready to go do business in Bangladesh. We will be welcoming you on the 14th of September. Look forward to see you on 14th online, and on the 12th of November. I don't want to miss you having a coffee with me in Dubai. Looking forward to see you. I wish you a good weekend, great weekend, and peace and happiness for you and your family. Thank you very much, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye for now, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Very much.